Hey, where's David? Jimmy, I guess you missed it, but David is going to be giving intern reviews today.
Oh, good.
Intern reviews. He's very serious about this.
Yes. Sam, is David almost ready to...
If
He's
Sam
not ready.
is
He
here,
doesn't even have his tie on.
Look at him. God damn it, I'm working hard. I've rolled up my shirt sleeves.
I was wondering why David looks so dapper.
Yeah, David.
Yes.
Dapper,
Hello.
David.
Hey, David.
Do you know how to tie a tie?
Yes, I know how.
You want me to tie you up with some of your ties?
Hi. You know what movie that's from?
No, I don't.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Figures.
I don't know.
Young
No.
to you. Jesus. What's your favorite comedy of all time?
What is it from?
No, I'm asking you a new question. You
Yeah.
OCD freak. What's your favorite comedy of all time?
Comedy movie?
No. You're out on the street and you see a
A
mime.
Broadway yes, movie.
Movie, I told you. I like Meet the Parents a lot. It's
Okay,
really funny.
you might have
Right.
told me that. All right.
That is a good one.
Well, that
I like
line was
that
from
one.
Caddyshack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're going to put the tie on? You're going to do some intern reviews today?
You're winning that intern review. That's
You
Yes,
shouldn't be laughing because you don't know
you
the
don't know
movie.
the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ahoy, polloi. You look like you just walked off of a Scotch ad. See, no laugh. Good.
No, good.
You didn't see the movie.
Right. Test them all day now.
Yeah.
David,
Yes.
did you like the live broadcast yesterday?
Yes, I liked it a lot. It was a very
It's
good.
easy to grin.
Shouldn't laugh at that.
I shouldn't
He
laugh.
kind of just smirked.
Yeah.
He kind of just went,
Kind of like the boys because it was
funny.
funny, you know.
Yeah.
Live broadcast was a good. I think it worked well. There are a lot of people there. I was surprised by that.
Were you?
Why, David? That's encouraging.
Yeah, really.
Thank you for
Why
the
were you
backhanded
right.
compliment.
Why were you surprised that we actually have fans that listen to
No, not that we have fans. I know you have fans, but I didn't know that they were all going to show up.
all? Thanks, David.
All of
I
them.
didn't know they were going to
Thank
show
you.
up.
So
They
one
did.
bar fits all of our fans.
Yeah, you might want to work for Howard's show because that's what he said.
No, I didn't mean all. I meant like I didn't. That a
hear
lot of
that?
them would show up.
Huh?
I didn't realize they would. That was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't organized. You need organization, don't
That's
you,
true.
David?
It wasn't organized. E-Rock did a bad job, right? That is true. You're right.
Why are you blaming E-Rock?
You're right about that.
All right. Yes, Sam.
We got back to the office, and he said he was still pissed off at E-Rock for letting 2U play 2 songs when you guys were supposed to do a live for me.
Oh, yes. That was the biggest disaster of any live show we've ever done.
Yeah. David, who are you going to review first?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about the order of reviews.
Oh.
All right. Well, after the break, we want to have this set up. You're setting up a nice little office, a desk.
Who's going to be the first person that I
Cinderella boy lines up his last shot.
review?
Yes.
Former groundskeeper now about to become the Masters champ.
Perfect.
Oh, we got a lot of that one. Just straight face. There's not a smile
David.
on that stupid
Good.
face. I
Very
love
good.
it.
All right. You have to decide. You're the boss today. The
All right,
boss
so
decides.
we have 5 interns that are.
Who do you think should go first?
We have
Just
5 interns that showed up.
Who do you want first?
I'm not sure.
Oh, my God.
my
He can't
God.
even make a
I don't know who
decision.
should go first.
You would fail this review.
He's very upset and disheveled right now because Jill, our female intern, was told to show up today.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to have 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't show up. And so now we
Uh-oh.
have 5, and that kind of throws everything out of the loop.
Now, is that going to reflect on her review?
Yes, it's because she said that she would make an effort to show up today on a day
Oh,
that
an
she doesn't come,
effort.
and she said she would try to come in.
All right, so that wasn't a definite yes.
No, but she said she would make an effort and she would try to come in.
She
That
probably
makes you
hasn't.
mad? That makes you mad, David?
I like it, Dave, when he laughs. He's just like
All
a
right,
psychopath. I love it. And he just stops laughing immediately. Back to straight face.
If you want to know how it's like to talk to David, like if you're in your car right now, just jam on your brakes, hit the
Yeah.
gas, jam on your brakes, hit the gas, jam on your brakes, hit the gas, over and over again.
Yeah.
It's tough to get a flow going with this guy. David.
Yes.
It's just like...
Sam is the devil on the shoulder.
Of course he is.
And there's no angel. And Sam is the devil, and he's constantly whispering in his ear.
Right.
And David has to either do it or shrug him off.
Yeah.
And we just looked at a shrug him off. He goes, I don't.
There's wrestling tactics going on
Oh,
here.
hell yeah.
Sam is David's handler.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, I'm not a devil.
Yeah.
I'm supporting David.
Oh,
I'm
shut
here to
up.
watch his back. You guys were over here yesterday saying Paul is the superstar intern.
Yes.
When obviously you're looking at the superstar intern.
Oh, snap. All right, David.
I want to see him tie his tie. I bet he can't do
Can you
it.
tie your tie, David?
Yes, I can tie it.
He obviously could tie his tie. He's one of those guys.
I know how to tie the tie, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he
Do you
can.
do a double Windsor?
Double Windsor.
Double Windsor.
Why not? It is.
All right, Dave, we're going to set up your little review area. After the break, you're going to be sitting there. You're going to do one. We're going to spread them out throughout the show. Make them quick, because the fans love you as long as you're not on the radio too long.
Okay, so.
That's the key with you. Not long, involved bits.
Yep.
Quick. Like
You know,
that.
in the future, they'll have 2 ties coming down your...
2,
Sure.
wow. 2.
Yeah. I believe that fashion starts in 2014.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
All right, Dave.
own that on DVD.
I own that one.
I know what movie you're talking about.
About?
I picked up the trilogy.
All right. Once you guys set up the studio, we'll take a break, and we'll do David's first intern review after the break, and get into some other things.
Yeah.
Are we ready for David and his first intern review?
Wow. Oh, my God. The desk is set up. This is just...
Yeah,
what
look-
an amazing setting.
And it's perfect. It's just like every boss's office we've ever been in.
Oh,
the
it
boss gets the
stinks.
nice, comfy effing chair, and you sit there like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
You do, though.
Oh, an idiot.
He leans back in his, like, cushy... You hear the soft Italian leather.
And you got to sit in this stupid prospective employee chair.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're back in grammar school.
Oh, I hated
in those
that.
horrible chairs.
David looks good in a suit and tie. Just a tie and a shirt. That's how David is meant to be dressed.
I was going to say, he was born to look like that. Look at him. David, have you ever grown your hair out? Why am I asking him? Why did I just do that to myself? Why?
Yes, I've grown not really that long, but I've grown it a little.
How long? Past a year?
No, pretty much right, like up to the ear. I've never...
Ooh, that's crazy.
You hippie.
Yeah.
A little crazy for you, right?
Yeah, it is a little crazy, yes.
Insanity.
All right, why don't you call in your first, what are we calling them? Employees?
No, interns.
Interns.
Oh, interns, don't give a better name than that. They're just pieces of shit.
Yeah, the beauty of this bit, they're all equals, but we've given David some unusual power. So,
Of course.
So he's going to now review his fellow interns.
Why?
All right, who are you calling in first, David?
All right, first we're going to call in intern Charlie.
Intern Charlie. Do we know intern Charlie? Oh, this kid. What's up, Charlie? Hello, Opie. I'm happy. David, he didn't dress up for his review.
No, we certainly didn't. That's already one. Let's rate some negative points there.
Demerit.
It's
Wow.
a demerit?
Yes.
If I may,
Yes.
Yes.
I've gained far too much weight for my nice clothes.
Oh, he's got an excuse.
I just hope nobody dies. Otherwise, I have to buy a new wardrobe.
Oh, shit. That's good.
You should have bought some clothes that fit you.
Oh.
Well, I don't have. I have only half my income now, as I'm doing this half of my work week,
Oh,
so I can't afford them.
crying poverty.
So this is how you come dressed. This is how you come dressed for an interview with like a hat, like a hat like that, and a sloppy T-shirt and
Sloppy.
sloppy.
Most of the pants and shirts I've been wearing usually had holes in them, and these are khakis, not jeans. So I figured that was a step up.
I don't know. But anyways,
Oh, is that a bossy answer?
Oh, yeah.
but anyways,
All right, good. It's
we have
all
to-
you, Dave.
Yeah, we have to get to the main points of this review for Charlie, because the thing about Charlie is that Charlie is really a good person. He really is, and he's very interesting because, first of all, he's a good person. He's nice. He's kind, polite, and respectful. That's the main thing you got to know about Charlie, because as you'll see in other intern reviews, there's some interns here that aren't polite or not respectful,
Oh, okay.
but Charlie is.
All right.
So that's a good thing.
Thank you.
And a lot of what I see in Charlie is that I see that Charlie is good because he wants to succeed with this internship.
As opposed to the people that come in and don't want to succeed?
Yes, that's correct.
And we'll get to
there
those
are
people?
some of those people?
There are some people that will show that they don't care. That they don't care. Yes,
Oh, wow.
but Charlie shows like he does care.
He has
Okay.
stick-to-itiveness.
Yes, he definitely does. Unlike some interns, but yes.
Yeah, all right.
So he does wants to succeed, and I think that Charlie is trying very hard at this internship, and it shows that he wants to do a good job.
All right.
However,
Oh, shit.
I think that sometimes Charlie's trying a bit too hard. Really, really too hard. And I think sometimes he overworks himself. And
Is that a bad thing?
in Charlie's case, it's a bad thing because when he overworks himself, and sometimes it's the slightest thing, like he could just be sitting at a computer and typing stuff or doing some audio work on a computer, and he'll be like sweating his ass off like a pig, and he'll get so overworked, and he's just sitting in a chair typing on a computer, and he's like beads of sweat are dripping down his face, and he's like really overworked. And when he gets overworked like this, it causes him sometimes to get flustered, and it causes him to get like overworked, and he'll forget what he's supposed to do because he sometimes has too many tasks at hand at once, and he gets so overwhelmed and so confused that he doesn't know what he's doing, and he'll forget. Like there was one day when we told him to bring the envelopes of the WoW stickers down to the mailbox, and he promised us he was going to do it. And he got so flustered and so overworked, and all the sweat was dripping down his face, and he just forgot to do it, and he didn't do it like you said.
Oh, boy.
And on the same day, he had gloves with him, and he forgot his gloves that day, and he was all a mess because he was so flustered and so tired. And my point is, I think you, Charlie, need to sometimes calm down and take a break a little bit. This is an internship, Charlie. You're not the boss here, Charlie.
I wasn't giving anybody orders. I was just trying to do what I was told.
I know you're not the boss, but sometimes you act like you, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I gotta do all these things at once. You're a good kid, and you're trying hard, and I think you could succeed in this business. But if you just take some time to relax and calm down a little bit, maybe you'll do a better job, and you won't get so flustered, and you won't forget what you have to do.
You feel I'm trying to take on too many tasks at once?
I think you are. Yeah.
A jack of all trades, master of none.
Ah, yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say in that circumstance.
We're looking at a future boss. I'm creeped
Oh yeah,
out.
look at him.
I'm creeped out.
This is the guy you have to sit in front of and just and put a smile on and make like you enjoy talking to him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you just want to reach over the desk and choke him.
Yeah.
No offense.
Continue. You got.
Look at his face.
Go ahead, David. We don't want to spend too much time on each individual.
Right,
We
but
wanna
that's pretty much the main things I wanted to say about Charlie.
Okay.
That he's as I just said, he's really good. He works hard. He's very much interested in the behind-the-scenes work. Like he's really interested in the audio production and producing like bits and stuff. And I think he really has a future behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, but if he just takes his time and relaxes and stays calm.
All right.
So you don't think I have any potential for on air ever?
You had a couple good lines so far.
I don't know about on there. I think behind the scenes is more for you.
How come?
How come? Because I've seen you behind the scenes. I've seen you working on all the production pieces, and you seem to be enjoying yourself with that, and you seem to be doing a good job of it.
But this is the first time you've ever seen me on air. How am I doing?
You seem quite nervous right now. I see some beads of sweat dripping down your face.
That means I'm breathing.
Yes. Maybe one goal of yours, maybe you can try to exercise or lose some weight.
Oh shit!
Maybe the weight. Maybe if you're a little less weight and you are skinnier, maybe that'll help you focus and be more calm, and you won't overwork yourself and tire yourself out over picking up a pencil.
That'll probably help me out in all areas of my life.
Because I'm not joking. This kid picks up a pencil and like he gets out of breath from picking up a pencil. I don't know what it is. He's always sweating. It's ridiculous.
Holy Jesus!
You don't think that's from busting my ass and running and trying really hard?
You are trying really hard. That's what I'm trying to say. You try too hard, Charlie. You try too hard. Which is not. It's not a bad thing to try hard. I mean, that's a good thing because you want to try to succeed and do well in this business. But
All right.
Is there a
Yeah, where we go from there?
do you have like a grade, a kind of a grade thing that you've figured out for these interns? On a scale 1 to 100, an A, B, C, D, F.
yes, I did. I did like a letter.
Right.
I did. You're right. Letter grade.
All right.
Letter
So go
grade.
through the top, whatever the.
Yeah, give him his grade.
Yeah.
Okay, so the grade for you, Charlie, is you're a good kid, so I wanted to give you a good grade. Your grade is B.
Oh,
right,
B.
thank you.
You get
B,
a
yes,
B.
Charlie gets a B, yes.
All right.
Is there categories that he's rating them on, or not really, Sam?
No.
Just
That's
kind of like that? Is
B
how
for
it's gonna
bloated.
Go? For Brutus. You know. Charlie, what do you have to say about David and what he does around here? I mean, fair is fair. That you should get a shot at David.
Turnabout is fair play.
Sure.
All right.
You got like, let's give them 30 seconds each to say what they want about David. Go ahead, Charlie, right
All right.
now.
I gotta say, no matter how hard I try, I don't think I could ever contribute the way David does. Yeah, it just comes so naturally to him. I gotta say, nobody else looks straight through me while they're looking at me like you do. It definitely makes me really uncomfortable with you on the other side of a desk.
Yeah.
But you definitely make me laugh. So.
All right. Thank you,
enjoy
Charlie.
that. No problem.
And you nailed it. I don't think David has ever looked any one of us in the eye yet.
No.
Not a one of us. Sometimes it looks like it, but if you start focusing, you realize he's looking right through you.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know. It's creepy.
It is very creepy, but is he dedicated.
Yeah. You want to do another one? We have time for one more before the break.
Yeah.
You want to? All right, let's do one more before the break.
All right.
We're going to
Who's
spread
next?
these out during the show today.
Who's next?
Who's next, David?
Okay, yeah. Next is going to be intern Evan.
Who's intern Evan?
Evan is the one, if you remember, he in his first day challenged Danny to the Guitar Hero contest.
Oh, Evan.
Yes.
That's Evan.
Of course,
We haven't
Evan.
talked to him
Leonard
since.
Lawrence.
Evan fell off the face of the earth after that
After the Guitar
big
Hero
appearance.
contest.
Yeah, he had a great start to his internship, and it just faltered since then. Nothing
could
since then.
raise that
disagree
mic up
with
for
that.
yourself if
Maybe
you need
on
to.
the air, but
Huh?
I feel I've been pulling my weight around here.
Well,
I think.
David, another guy that didn't dress up for his review. What's
Yes.
that about?
Well, I spoke with Evan about this beforehand, and Evan's excuse is that he lives on his own right now, and all his nice clothes are back at his family's house where he grew up.
Are you buying into that or what?
No.
Evan, by the way, came right in with a defensive move right there. If you noticed that, he came in saying, I think I'm pulling my weight around here. So right away, very defensive.
Argumentative.
Yes,
I like that.
argumentative, bordering on insubordination.
I agree. By the way, the interns you're reviewing are in the power position. It's a basic thing, but the interns that you're reviewing are sitting way higher than David.
Yes, they should have had
That's
a
a power
shorter
position.
chair.
All late-night talk show hosts make sure they sit a little higher than the guests. A bit that Andy Kaufman took to the umph degree,
Yes.
if there's any Andy
very
Kaufman
funny.
fans out there. But it is a real thing if you sit higher.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't bother David, which is just amazing. All right, go ahead, David. It's all you.
All right. So this is intern Evan.
Yeah.
And Evan's not exactly the same as Charlie. He's different.
Okay. In what way, David?
He's different
All right.
because some of his. I think his big thing for Evan is that, in case from people that don't know, is that he's big into like the engineering and the audio, the behind-the-scenes engineering aspect and the audio production. That's his big thing. That's what he likes to do. But I think sometimes he takes things to the extreme too much in terms of bragging. He's a big bragger.
Okay.
A bragger.
He's a big bragger, and I don't like.
Hold on. You have an example of Evan bragging.
Well, he likes to brag about the fact that he knows how to do certain things, and that he can fix certain things, and he knows what he's doing. And he claims to know what he's doing.
Okay.
Claims to know what he's doing.
Yes, which is one thing that turns me off about Evan.
Oh, boy.
Like, he claimed that he was a master at like working with like office equipment and copy machines. And then he took it, and we were doing the paperwork project where we have to like scan all these papers and stuff. And there was a paper jam. He's like, "Oh, I can fix this copy machine. I know what I'm doing." And it took him like a half hour to like fix a copy machine.
Was he a
Oh,
master?
wow.
Not at all. No, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He likes to brag about that he can do things, and then he can't come through.
Wow.
But I did
Yeah.
come through. The copy machine was fixed successfully.
Yeah, but it took you like a half hour to fix it, and we have millions of papers to do, and you're standing there like not. It took too long.
Yep.
Look, Jimmy. Yep.
And going along with that issue, he brags so much that he actually, when we were at the old place at CBS, he tried to take it upon himself to try to tamper with certain like equipment that he knew he shouldn't have been doing.
Incorrect. I did not do anything close to that.
Yes, you did. Like there was like when the computer over there was broken, you were taking it upon yourself to try to go ahead and fix that computer.
I asked permission first.
And then when you found out that some of the computers weren't hooked up to a printer, you took it upon yourself to try to go ahead and network all the printers. And even though you claim you know what you're doing, what if one little thing messed up? You would have blown up all the computers, and CBS would have been really pissed off at you. Yep. And you have to wait for someone higher up to tell you, don't do that. You can make one false move and blow it. Don't do like stuff with equipment. Don't get yourself into trouble. Try not to get yourself into too much trouble is what I'm trying to say. Just stick to like the basics.
Okay. Thank you, David.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Anything else you want to say about Evan, David?
Well, the other thing is this, that I want to just continue with what I'm saying before. Like, he tries to like take charge too much.
Oh boy. Not a lot of good coming out of this.
No. Like, in terms of taking charge too much, like, there's the thing with the paperwork project, which is the main thing that he's trying to take charge of. I'm not faulting him for that. What I'm faulting him for is that sometimes he likes to have his own way with things, and he doesn't like to listen to other people's suggestions.
It's no good.
It's no good. I mean, there's co-workers here.
Yeah.
What if you're hired in this business, and you're like an engineer, or you're doing audio engineering, and you have all these coworkers? How are you going to get along with your coworkers? I think one of Evan's big problems is in the workplace, he has issues, teamwork issues.
Ooh. That's a big important thing in the corporate world.
Corporate world team issues. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about daily social life teamwork. I'm talking about corporate world social issues. It's a big issue for Evan, and I don't like what I'm saying about that.
Wow, he doesn't like what he's saying.
Because people often make suggestions about things in terms of the paperwork project, and he just shrugs them off and doesn't even want to listen to what other people have to say. It's his way, and what his way is what goes, and he doesn't care what anybody else says, is what I'm getting the feel from Evan.
Right.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
That's a bad quality.
It is a bad quality, yes.
This isn't boding well for Evan.
No, it's not boding well for Evan at all now.
These interns want to strangle.
Oh, they want to
No, it's not very good. It's not very good.
That doesn't bode well for him.
No.
Throw him out that window.
And because he thinks that he's in charge of certain, I'll say one more example.
Sure.
Because he thinks he's in charge of certain things, he thinks that he can. Like when someone tells him to do something, he thinks he can just not do that and designate someone else to do it.
What?
Like, I have an example. Like, there was an instance a couple of days ago when we were doing the paperwork, and he thinks he's the leader of that and does whatever he wants. And Kenny proceeded to tell intern Evan to go clean the sink area and make it look nice. And Evan was just like, "No, I'm the paperworker. I'm the paperwork person. I'm doing that. I'm not going to clean this. I'm going to designate someone else to do the paperwork. I'm going to designate someone else to do the sink, to clean the sink." Yeah.
What is that?
He just said, "I'm not doing that. Someone else is doing it."
What? It's beneath him?
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
I didn't like that issue at all. I was very upset. I didn't like that at all.
That's right.
He just said, "Kenny, I'm not doing that. This person's doing it." He assigned Matt to do it when he was told to do it. He said, "I have to do the paperwork. I can't do that."
No, you told me to clean the kitchen.
Yes, I told you to clean the kitchen because Kenny told me to tell you to do it. And then you went ahead and said, "No, I'm not doing it. I'm assigning Matt to do it."
No, I did not assign Matt to do it either.
Yes, you did assign Matt to do it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I saw you. Kenny told me to tell you to do it. I did.
Yes,
said,
you did.
I'm not doing it. Matt's going to do it. Because you were too busy doing your paperwork the way you wanted it to be done.
Ooh. Well, it has to be done. It's a monumental project.
It's a monumental project, but then again, if someone higher up than you, such as Kenny, tells you to do something...
No, you told me to do it.
I told you to do it because Kenny told me to tell you to do it.
All right.
What was the paperwork that you had to do?
The paperwork that we have to do is this whole big project where we're all the forms that all the fans that send on the bleachers fill out. We have to sort them and we have to scan them. We have to go through them because Master Poe screwed it all up. So now we have to fix that. And it's a big project.
Little Master Poe review in there.
And that's one of my big issues with Evan is that he's trying to take charge of this paperwork project and put his own way with it, and when people make suggestions about it, he just shrugs them off.
Is he putting the old cover sheets on the TPS reports? He didn't get the memo.
He's just doing however he wants to and telling everyone to do it his way.
Right.
All right. You really don't like this Evan guy. I get it.
But
I can't wait to hear his
Why don't we
grade.
wrap up Evan's
The thing I want to stress about Evan is that I don't like Evan in the workplace. when he's out of the workplace, he's a really good guy and he's really nice and he can get along with you. We can have a good conversation, joke around. But when he's in the workplace, he gets into his own zone and doesn't care about what anybody else has to say.
Not what these reviews are about. It's about the workplace.
Yes, the workplace. Yes.
So on that note, I think you're gonna have to go with a grade now.
I'm gonna have to go with a letter grade. Right. So my letter grade for Evan is C+.
Oh, wow.
C+. Yes, C+. Yes.
Just slightly above what any schnook could
Yes,
do.
C+. Yes.
What could he do to improve?
What could he do
Quickly,
to
yes.
He can what he can do to improve is work on his teamwork and his relationship with his fellow coworkers.
Okay.
Workers.
And Evan, you get a shot. You get 30 seconds to comment about David starting right now.
All right, well, David, it's nothing but a pleasure working alongside you. Your help is very useful. Removing staples, for example, you definitely are at the top of the list there. As far as letting us know about every single thing that's happening at all times, you're definitely number one. And by checking all of our work constantly, you make sure you keep all of us in check.
Wow.
Wow.
Were you done, Evan?
Yeah, I'm
Because
finished.
maybe we should allow more than 30 seconds. All right. Well, there you go. By the way, at the end of this, David, we're going to do a little apprentice thing. We're going to line up these guys, and in your opinion, you're going to tell us who should be fired from their intern.
Wow.
That's how this ends today, okay?
Damn.
And not necessarily the lowest grade, because maybe one of these guys has potential. So I don't want the listeners at home to know ahead of time, well, this guy's got a D, so obviously he has to go.
Some guy could have a D, but the thing he excelled at, the one thing, is very important.
And you might want to keep him around because he has potential. So you're going to have to decide that at the end of this. But thank you to Evan. Thank you to David. For the people that don't really know, David is an intern as well, and he's reviewing his fellow interns.
Yes. David is no more higher than any of these people he's berating.
He talks better than our current boss.
I know.
No offense to that guy, but he's made for this.
He really is.
All right, we're going to take
We found his strong suit.
We sure did. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into other things a little later in the show. You're going to... How many more you got? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think there's at least 3 more.
All right, so we'll do another big segment with 3 of these guys, and then at the end, you're going to fire one of them.
Yep, unfortunately,
Apprentice
one intern is missing, so...
You're obsessed with the fact that
the female intern is missing, yes.
You're obsessed that she decided not to come in today.
Yes, because she's one of the ones that you talked to before and you knew her a little bit more than some of the others.
We made her the executive intern.
Yes, you did, and the executive intern didn't show up to her own review.
I understand.
Wow.
We might have to give it back to you today. We'll decide that
we'll
later.
see.
Okay.
We'll decide.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you messed up, and we gave it to her for a while, so...
Yes.
Opie and Anthony. You want to go back to David? David!
David!
If you guys are just tuning in, it's working very well so far. We got Intern David. Remember, Intern David.
Yes.
Giving his fellow interns reviews today. Right, David?
That's correct.
And I heard you were holed up for the last hour kind of working on, your reviews, eating by yourself. Why was he eating by himself, Sam?
Don't want to eat with him.
Well, because the interns are now jockeying for position with David because none of them want to be the one who gets fired, and they all want a positive review.
Right.
So, I mean, we all felt that his judgment would be clouded.
Yeah.
If all the interns try to suck up now, it's not really fair.
Gotcha. So there's going to be a celebrity apprentice ending to this whole thing today.
Yes, one intern will be fired today by David.
You're going to play the part of Donald Trump later there, David.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Yes, it is.
You're comfortable with that?
Sure I am, yes. I can do it.
Let me see your shoes.
He's got nice shoes.
I don't know.
Very dressy?
You didn't really shine them up or anything, did you?
No, I didn't.
It's kind of...
They're dirty, yeah.
What's wrong with the tip of that one? You've been kicking walls?
It's very dirty, yes.
Those are the shoes of a working man.
Oh, is that it, Sam? Yes, I knew Sam would have something. And are you wearing white socks with those on?
Yes, that's true.
Black shoes and dark pants?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Why?
That's some demerits. You know that, right, David?
Just, commenting.
Yeah,
They're cuffed very nicely, though.
It is a demerit, yes.
All right.
Did you have any dress socks at home?
I do have dress socks, but I didn't
sorry.
wear them.
You have a nice
no
knobby ankle.
He's bummed at himself now.
I know. I know. It's
Why'd you
just-
do that, Ed?
I love devastating this kid.
You just devastated him.
Well, who cares? He's got. Well, you know what?
He was shaking his head like, oh, you're right.
Great way to suck up to David. How about somebody spiffs those shoes up for him?
Oh,
I like
wow.
Why don't we get someone to polish the boss's shoes?
I like that.
Fucking shine box.
Yeah.
How about we get some shoe polish and somebody polishes the boss's shoes?
Shoes.
That'd be nice.
During the break, we'll do that. David, who's coming in next for their review?
Okay, getting back to the reviews, we're going to have intern Scott.
Intern Scott. As Scott makes his way in, by the way, remember we were figuring out the Terminator Weird Science thing with Bill Paxton?
Yeah.
Terminator came out before Weird Science. I did not know that.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I really thought,
I thought
Weird Science came out first. All right. Back to David and intern Scott. Another guy deciding not to dress up for the big review there, David. I know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
And do you want to tell everyone out there in Radio Land who Scott is? Remind them.
Yes. This is intern Scott. He is currently an intern for the Opie and Anthony radio show.
Yep. Yeah.
He is 39 years old.
Right.
He is married, and he has 2 kids.
Right.
That's a problem right there in and of itself.
Why is that a
Why is
problem,
that?
David?
Getting off to a bad start here.
It's a problem because not only does he have what I just mentioned, he had a very successful career, and he quit his career to come intern for free. He was making good, decent money to support his family and his wife, and now he's doing an internship for free.
I can go back to that career at any moment if I felt like it, though.
He has a trade
Yes.
to
Yeah.
fall back on.
I pay
David.
my dues yearly, so I am in good standings with the union.
How are you making money right now?
My wife is making money right now.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, David's like, oh, okay. Oy vey.
Yes, we didn't move into a refrigerator box when I quit the local. We have a house and stuff.
Oh, okay.
My kids have beds and stuff.
Now, yes, but to Scott's defense, most people, I would imagine, who are in Scott's situation, quitting their job, have kids, older, would probably, after 1 week, realize what a dumb idiot they were and would go back to their paying jobs. Scott has decided to stay around at this unpaid internship, work for free. I commend him. I commend him for that.
So that was a compliment.
That's a compliment.
Okay, all
I commend
right.
you for
Wow.
doing
Because I
that,
didn't
yes.
really take it that way, but I appreciate
Because I
it.
thought that after a couple, I thought
What happened?
Headphones just went off.
Oh, they went off?
He's losing his mind.
I thought that
He
I
can't
thought-
handle it. It's so funny. This is so funny.
Okay.
Apparently, David's headphones are
There they
cutting
go.
in
They're
and
back
out,
on.
and he can't
Yeah.
just go with it.
I can't do it.
Everything has to be lined up perfectly for this
Oh,
kid.
I know.
I think we're making that perfectly clear for everybody out there. One little thing goes wrong, and he just
I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. The
self-destructs.
headphones were fucking up.
Are they all right
You're
now?
fine.
Hello?
That's good.
David, you don't have to pack, David.
Oh yeah.
You need that.
Okay, so I'll just do without this.
Yeah.
Okay, you could hear us? No, I'm serious, because you're over there. You can still hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
All right, go ahead.
So the point I was trying to make was that Scott did not quit this internship and go home to his kids and try to make money. He stuck it out, and that's a good thing. I commend Scott for that.
Okay.
But how about his performance on the job, though, David?
The performance on his job is actually really commendable.
Oh.
I commend Scott.
Thank you, David.
If I may say, I know we haven't gotten to all the interns yet. And you haven't heard my reviews, but I think Scott is one of the best interns of all the interns.
A shining star?
He may just be. He's one of the best of all the interns.
Thank you, David. I'm glad to hear that.
Intern.
Because there are some interns here that are lazy and are complaining a lot.
All right, wait. Now, what would you say? Let's go. Who's a lazy, complaining intern?
We might be getting to
Let's
him.
just say we haven't gotten to that intern yet.
Okay.
I'm not
nice
going to name any names.
Nice
Okay,
tease.
fair enough. And
Nice.
does Scott have any qualities he might need to work on? It can't be all roses.
Well,
it could be, Jim.
Well, one of the reasons why it's so good is because Scott is not, complaining. He's not, exaggerating or saying that he's not he's tired. What Scott is doing is trying to take it all in with his internship and observe all the different aspects of a radio program. And when someone tells Scott to do something, he doesn't question them or complain or say, I don't want to do this. He goes ahead and he does it.
I'm kind of shocked that David's pretty much right on the money on this one. So he's been watching me for the last 4 months.
I've
a
been
lot
watching
closer than
Scott.
I
He
thought
goes
he's
ahead
been.
and does it. Like, Kenny always tells Scott to go on runs, and Scott's in the middle of doing the production work for Eric, and Scott will just be like, okay, and he'll leave what he's doing for Eric, and he'll go do something that Kenny told him to do.
Wow.
Do you consider yourself like a mentor for Scott?
Definitely, yes.
Good.
Scott, like some other interns I've seen around, say, I can't do this, I'm doing something else. I can't do a second thing. Scott will be like, okay, drop his things, and he'll go do what Kenny tells him to do.
And then come back and finish
and finish what's left. Yes.
Interesting.
So Scott is a very good person, and he's taking it all in. I like Scott a lot. He's one of the best. I think he might be the best intern of all the interns.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So he's not getting fired today.
No, and I want people to know out there that just because you're 39 years old and you have 2 kids and you quit your job doesn't mean you can't succeed in this business. You can do it. If you're older and you have the heart and you want to quit your job, go ahead and do it. You can do it.
Thank you very much.
Scott is living proof.
What you're saying is the
Doesn't
outward...
mean you can't get coffee for a radio show host.
And do a damn good job at it, too.
Yeah. And you don't even have to be 39. Maybe if you're 50, you could do it.
Are you saying despite all outward appearances that he's a failure, he's actually doing well?
No, I'm not saying that. There's no appearances.
Okay.
I mean, he's not dressed appropriately. He's not dressed appropriately for the interview.
I think it's time. I think it's time for his grade because we got 2 other guys to
we
get
got
to,
2 other
and
guys.
you really love this kid. Obviously.
I love this kid a lot. He's a really good guy.
This kid.
I mean,
little fist bumps they just did.
Sometimes he can joke around a little bit.
Right.
You know.
Well, it is the Opie and Anthony show. It's a comedy show.
Yeah, sometimes he jokes
I
around
think
a little bit.
joking would be acceptable.
Yeah,
But
sure.
other than that, he's a really good guy.
A little too much joking, though.
A little too much joking, yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
his grade. Go ahead.
I'm really on the fence between 2 things. I mean,
It's up to you.
can I do it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it. Should I really do it?
Do it.
Do it.
Okay. Scott, your grade is A-.
Wow.
A-.
Extremely happy with that grade.
A-.
happy.
A-.
Wow.
A-. This is a guy right here. He's don't be fooled by his age.
No, we wouldn't be.
Yes.
Look at him. Who's being tricked?
Not fooling anybody.
This guy has some.
He's got gray hair. We're not fooled.
Yes. Just because you have gray hair doesn't mean you can quit your job.
I
and
understand
You can do
that,
it. Yeah.
Well, David, of course.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
Scott is the best intern of all.
We like Scott as well.
Sorry, Paul.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Let's move on.
Wait, no. Scott has to say 30 seconds about me. Remember?
Oh,
that's right.
Well,
Okay, sure.
Opie, come on. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Thank God for David.
My grade is getting lowered here. All right, Scott, go ahead.
Well, it's hard to complain about an A-. That's a pretty damn good grade.
Yep.
I'd like to know maybe what I could do to maybe bump that to an A and maybe even an A+ in the last maybe 6 weeks before the internship is over. So let me know what I could do better.
Ooh.
I mean, feel like I'm getting the breakfast well. Opie's breakfast comes in every 3 days a week, very good. I get Anthony's breakfast every day, very well.
Which is why
I get Jimmy's coffee 3 days a week, very well.
Which is why when Kenny asks me who should go get Anthony's breakfast, who should do this, I choose Scott out of all the other interns. Yes.
Oh, all right.
Fantastic.
Because I know he'll do a good job. Yes.
What could he do to get an A? Make it quick though, because we got 2 other guys.
Yeah, I don't.
A little less joking around,
maybe a little less joking around.
Okay.
A little less joking around during times of when we're doing important work.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I could be more serious.
Be a little more serious, but
all right.
But you're doing well as it is, Scott.
Thank you very much.
You have nothing to worry about.
Let's move on to David here. David, who's the next one?
Okay. The next we have intern Matt.
Oh, by the way, as intern Matt comes in, Kent the movie guy, he's right. Opie, Scott's the first intern to be older than the host, right? I mean, you're just out of college. Yeah. It's a little weird to have an intern that's actually older than you.
That is weird.
Wow, what the fuck did you do?
Holy shit.
It's a visual, but this kid used to look like
Mason Reese hair.
Mason Reese hair, Jack Osborne.
Yes.
He looked like some of the show dogs that were running around Madison Square Garden recently.
There's a whole bunch of new names for Matt today.
Yeah, what's some of the new names? He cut all his hair off.
I think he looks like a young Ebert.
Young Ebert, okay.
One that had me rolling this morning. Somebody said he looked like Peter Griffin.
And obviously Michael Moore. I mean, that's the big one.
Michael Moore.
A young Michael Moore. He needs a hat.
Pal Talk's checking in with Louis Anderson.
Yeah.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson.
Wow, you look like a different person.
A chubby Mark David Chapman. Chubby Bill Gates. Teen Wolf's dad. A slim E-Rock. I think David's just dying over there.
You know what, though? If you want to see a picture of Matt, I just Twittered it.
Oh.
Tweet, tweet.
Boy, Dave.
This kid.
Yeah, wow. They a lot of people taking their little shots.
All right, go ahead, David. It's all
Matt.
yours.
Oh,
Obviously,
no.
he cut his hair.
Oh, no.
For the first time in how long?
A year.
That's no. I don't know why he got himself a haircut.
Felt like it?
I know he felt like it, but what? Can I say something right off the bat?
Yeah.
When I came in today, the interns were discussing that they were going to get reviewed by me. And this intern, Matt, here, had no clue that he was getting reviewed. He didn't know he was even getting reviewed. No idea. He didn't know.
He's not paying
How did he
attention.
not know?
Is he not listening to the show? Does he not pay attention? Every other intern here knew.
My XM battery died the other day, and I had to charge it. I haven't had... Good point. I forgot to check my XM Online account.
What do you think of that, David?
Yeah, David.
I don't think a bunch of excuses, huh?
I don't know if those are good excuses. You didn't even know you were getting interviewed or reviewed.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I have
How
things to
dare
do
you.
outside of the show. I really like the show, and I have things to do outside the show. I have class, I have personal responsibilities for myself aside from the show.
Wow. David.
Whoa. Are you putting your personal responsibilities before the show?
Yes, because it's
Whoa,
my personal life. I
don't know about this kid, to be quite honest. I really don't know.
Yeah, sounds like it,
I really
David.
don't know, Opie.
All right, go ahead. Tell us why.
It's
Get
not
into
looking.
it.
It's not looking good for this kid.
Oh, no.
Not at all.
All right, tell us why, David. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, quite often, this kid comes into the internship complaining that he's too tired to be here.
I never say I'm too tired to be here. I say I'm tired because I sleep usually 2 hours a night.
Yes, but this internship entails you to come in around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing going to bed if it starts at 4:30? Why are you going to bed at 2:30?
Yep.
I get up at 2:30. I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and sometimes I can't sleep.
Maybe you should go to bed at 8 or 7 o'clock.
I'm usually the first one here, though, unlike you, who gets here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa!
Wow, I've never seen anyone talk to like an authority figure, a boss, like this ever.
Wow!
I love it.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point, Anthony. He's talking back to me like that. That's not very good.
I might have to hang out with this kid.
So,
Go ahead, David. Continue.
I don't know. He's always complaining about something. He's tired, or he has a headache, or he doesn't feel like being here.
I never said I don't feel like being here. I love working here.
No,
I have never said one time throughout my entire
I don't know. I
internship
get
that I
the
don't want to
feeling
be
like
here.
you kind of like. I don't know. Also, I feel like a lot of times you're lazy a lot.
Lazy?
Yes, you're always lazy, and you say sometimes that you don't want to be doing these things.
What things?
I don't know. It's whatever task it is. Whenever
anybody comes up with me to do something, I'm automatically on it. I start doing it no matter what it is.
That is true. You do it, but you might not necessarily do a good job or the correct job of it.
Okay.
Like,
I admit my faults. I sometimes slip up, but I immediately apologize and I try to fix it.
Like the paperwork project, which is a big project right now.
What have I done wrong with that?
You have proceeded to leave the paperwork that you've done lying around the office and not filing them properly in appropriate drawers. And you have also not made it clear to us which paperwork. The papers are supposed to be scanned, and often we cannot tell which papers are scanned and which papers are not scanned.
Every paper that I've gotten, since I've been told that we have to file and scan them, I've scanned and filed them.
Then why are
you have seen me do this.
Yes,
You
but on
standing next
Tuesdays-
to me throughout the entire
Yes, but on
proceedings.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, when me and Paul are not here, we come back and the paperwork is lying over in the path. They've been lying across the room, and
Lying
we don't
across
know.
the room, I don't have anything to do with that. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm doing other work for other people who work for the show.
So
I do
whose
do the
fault
paperwork.
Whose fault is it that the paperwork is?
Well, I'm not in charge of everybody else. I'm not in charge of Jill. I'm not in charge of Charlie. I'm not in charge of Evan. I'm not in charge of Scott. It's not up to me to make sure that everybody does the paperwork. I'm not the head intern.
No. So what are you saying? You saying
That it's not on me.
Well,
It's not on me to make sure that everybody gets everything done. I see if everybody does something. If they do the paperwork, they do the paperwork.
I don't know what to. Well, a lot of times I hear the other interns complaining about you. The other interns are complaining and making fun of you all the time.
Oh my God!
Why would they be doing that? Why would they be doing that?
Because it's fun to make fun of somebody.
Right, but you don't. See
I'm an easy person to pick on.
Right, but
I'm an easy target.
But you don't
What
see
do they
the
make fun of him for, David? Come on.
They just make fun of him because he's always like not doing what he's told, or he's always screwing up, or he's making mistakes all the time, or he's lazy. I always hear these things about him.
I've never heard one complaint about me being lazy. I've heard complaints about me screwing up because my failures are quite comical. But I've never heard anything about me being lazy or anything else like that.
I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. There was another time, like when I was reviewing intern Evan, and I said that Evan delegated the task of cleaning the sink to you. You were told, and Kenny approved you to clean the sink, and you did a half-assed job of cleaning the
Half-assed job. I
cleaning
worked
the
on
sink.
it for almost the entire show.
Yes, you did, and then Kenny came over to me and pointed out that there were still brown spots left on the sink that you didn't clean up. There were still brown spots
That was
left on
from
the
the
sink.
coffee pot that just got moved, and I had to clean it up.
No, I'm not talking about the coffee pot area. I'm talking about an area on the side by the sink. Can you put
That's
it in
mold!
spots?
How am I supposed to clean off mold when I'm just using Lysol wipes?
You can use
Yeah, use it vigorously, but
yes, and you didn't do that. You didn't do a good job of cleaning.
Parts of the sink
and
and
there
the
was
entire
also-
kitchenette
there
that
was
I have
also
to clean.
There was also the desk in the back office.
I cleaned that desk twice throughout my entire
and Kenny
internship.
showed me
How
that-
much stuff have you cleaned?
I haven't. If I was told to clean something, I certainly would clean it.
So, if I asked you, David, I'm busy doing something for, let's just say, Eric.
Okay.
Would you do the favor for me of cleaning up the sink? I will pick it up later, but I'm a little busy right now.
Yes, I would. Yes, I will do that. I would.
Good to know.
Yes, it is good to know.
All right, move on, David. Let's go.
Well, there's really not a lot of positive things I have to say about this guy.
Oh, really?
I don't have a lot of positive things to say about you either.
Ooh.
Okay,
Wow.
that's fair. You're entitled to your
Does it
opinions.
sound like he shirks his responsibilities, David?
Yes, it certainly does. Yes, it always does. I mean, I can go on and say more things, like
Well, go ahead.
like
It's a review.
like in terms of the old more negative things, in terms of the old CBS studio when I showed him like how to put the headphones. Like there's a certain way.
I
at
did
old
the headphones
CBS
correctly.
There was a certain way. Like Anthony had a desk at the old CBS studio that
Yes.
went to the side of his area where he sat. And the headphones were supposed to go in a certain place on the desk, not on this area where the computer is, not on that desk, on the little side table.
I would put it on
Right.
his desk.
You didn't in the beginning. You didn't do that a lot. After I
I
told
was
you several
new.
times.
I didn't know the setup.
Yeah, but I
just
explained
started.
it to you several times how to put the headphones on Anthony's side table, and you didn't do it correctly.
Okay, well, I'm doing other things to set up the studio. If I mess up, I'll fix it. It's not pertinent to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Ann, about your headphones. I'll move them back. It's not like, oh, if Ant's headphones aren't here, the world's gonna end. It's a little
They're not gonna
slip up.
what? The world's not gonna. What if he doesn't have his headphones? How can he do a radio?
His headphones
show?
will be in front of him.
But they're not supposed to be in front of him. They're supposed to be on the side table, on the side, not in front of him. After I explained that to you several times, and you didn't listen.
All right.
I did listen after a while. I got it right.
The one positive thing I can say about Matt is, despite all his faults and all the ways that he's screwing up, he is making an effort to try to do things correctly. He's just not doing them correctly. He's trying, but not succeeding. Like there's some people that could give a crap about certain internships and not even try. He is trying. He's just not succeeding in his efforts.
So it's a fatty fall down and go boom theory, ain't it, David?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Why do you think he's not succeeding, David?
Yeah.
A professional opinion.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's looking for something more out of an internship. I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know. Maybe something's not right about this internship for him.
Is he not qualified to do the tasks assigned?
Maybe he's not qualified. Maybe that's a good point there, Jimmy. Maybe he's not qualified.
I'm asking you. I don't know Matt that well. You seem to know how to. I mean, you're his superior. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he attempts to do what he's told, but he doesn't succeed half the time.
I think it's
I
time.
have received not that many complaints. I'm sorry, Opie.
That's okay.
But I have not received that many complaints from people saying, "Oh, Matt, you fucked this up, you fucked that up, blah blah blah." You seem to be the only one out of everybody who works here to seem that I'm fucking up consistently.
I don't know what you're listening to. I've heard other interns complain about you.
Name
Oh,
them. Name specific
Name
incidents of
names.
specific
Yeah.
interns.
Paul.
What did they
Paul
complain
busts
about?
my balls every day.
Yes, he does. You just admitted it. Yes, you
Yes,
just
but
admitted
it's
that he
all-
busts your balls. You admitted it. You just admitted it. You just admitted that he busts your
Yeah, I know. We all heard it, David. We all heard it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay. All right.
What do you give him as a grade?
Yeah,
Well-
it's grade time.
Well, there's one thing that I gotta say about myself.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy, and I can't. I mean, this kid is a failure, and he really deserves an F. But I'm a good guy.
Just like you, David.
But
Just
I'm
like
a good
you.
guy. I can't find it deep down in my heart to give Fs because I just can't do it. I can't give Fs.
What are you, my high school
I'm not that
teacher?
kind of a guy. So in lieu of my decent heart, nice guy, I'll be nice to him and give him D minus.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
Matt's grade D minus.
Can I psychoanalyze David? You're not
Yeah.
a good guy if you're telling everyone you're a good guy, but
a
Right.
D minus.
a D minus. Well,
He deserves an F, but I'm being nice to give him a D minus.
that's wonderful. I'm
Just
sure
give
he's
me the
very
F.
happy with that.
Ooh.
No, I'm not giving
Now,
him
of
an
course, you get young
Yes, he
Michael
gets-
Moore,
yep.
young Peter Griffin. You get about 30 seconds to a minute to now talk to David. What do you-
David,
Yes, Matt.
first of all, for these constant failures, I believe that I've done quite well in my time here at XM Satellite Radio.
Okay.
And I've done quite well helping out other people. I've not
Okay.
I've not heard complaints from Steve, Eric, Sam, anybody. Maybe I messed up a food run once or twice, but aside from that, I've been consistent in my hard work. And I come in, it's either me or Scott who are usually the first interns here every day.
Okay.
Unlike you show up late, and I'm the one that has to help you out with paperwork a lot of times to tell you, me and Paul both have to tell you time and time and again what goes where and why does it go there.
Yes, that's because every single day the paperwork is switched, and there's a new procedure to do the paperwork every
It's
single
been
day.
a consistent pattern for the past few months. It's only been changed twice. Recently, the past week, and when we first started, we didn't know what we were doing till about 2 months ago. And ever since then, we've been working consistently with what we've been doing and how we've been doing it. Yet you, seemingly, every time I'm here with you doing the paperwork, you have this astonished look on your face, like we've never done this before.
Because we
And-
haven't done it today. Today was a completely different way to do
No,
the paperwork.
I'm talking about every other time. You just stand there with a stapler and a pen in your hand like, oh, this is all brand new to me. I don't hate you, David. I love you like a brother. Sadly, my brother was a stillborn.
Gee, whoa.
David, he's really giving you a beating there.
Well, I gave him a beating too, so he has every right to do the same to me.
Sure, fair enough. You're fair, boss.
All
He
right.
does.
I think we're done with them. What's your name again, sir?
Matt.
Matt.
Right. Okay.
Matt really
I like this Matt kid a lot.
not getting a good grade from David there right
For all
from the
intents and
start.
purposes, he got F.
Matt looks exhausted.
Right from the start of that review, he was very combative with David.
Boy,
He
he was.
came in very defensive immediately.
Yeah.
Bad-mouthing David from the start, and I think it put David in a position where he had no choice but to give him a
Absolutely. I got to
A bad
reset
grade.
because people out there, they don't fully understand. David is an intern reviewing his fellow interns.
Yes. He has no authority over them whatsoever.
No.
And no.
But for some reason he does today because they're all really playing this like it's actually a boss talking.
He's
to
got
them.
no authority to judge anybody.
whatsoever.
Anyone.
No.
Yet he is sitting there in a tie
Yeah.
and critiquing these people
Yeah.
like he has been watching them
Sure.
for months and reviewing now.
And we're going to have the big apprentice finish later on where you fire one of the interns. You're going to line
Yeah.
them all up and really
Correct.
work the room. All right, finally, I'm going to intro the next one. It's intern
Okay.
Paul. Paul is a superstar intern in many
Yes.
people's eyes. And Ron and Fez love this kid. What's your name on Ron and Fez again?
Brockovich.
Brockovich, sure. Brockovich does some fine things for Ron and Fez.
People
so.
really do
And-
like him.
Let it be known, I think he's the only one, David, that actually dressed up for his review today. Is that true?
That is correct. He dressed up for the. He's actually. It could be noted that he's maybe dressed up more than me.
Yes.
Because he's wearing a suit.
Yeah, Sam, why you say no?
He doesn't have a tie on.
That's right.
He's one button unbuttoned. He's got
right.
his sunglasses. He's very casual.
He's just like a biker going to court.
All right. People are also saying it looks like the traitor from Braveheart. Yeah.
Nice.
People always a rock and roll roadie intern. Ron Bennington's illegitimate son.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming in. People love.
What are you doing there, Paul?
What is Paul doing?
He's taking the hair down, and he's putting
what are you doing there,
putting the
Paul?
bandana on.
Comfortable, David.
Yeah.
But you had to go in there. You had a good look. Now you're putting that thing on.
What's that thing, David? Explain. You're on the radio.
Yeah, Paul proceeded to put a bandana over his head like he always does.
Yep. That's his look, though. We're used to that by now.
Yes, we're used to it, but some people still can't. Some certain.
But it's disrespectful that he's doing it today when you're trying to review.
Yes, because he came in without that on, which was very respectful.
Yeah. Okay.
But
have at it.
But I have to give him props. No, he's the only intern that wore appropriate clothes.
Yep.
That walked through the door with wearing appropriate clothes. No other intern decides to do that. That gives him a lot of props.
Okay.
So this is Paul, and Paul's a decent man, I have to say.
Okay.
Love the music.
He's a decent man. You know, he seems to be taking charge a lot, which is good. He's showing that he has a lot of responsibilities and he can handle his responsibilities.
So wait a minute. Why is it when I take charge of something it's good, yet before when you were reviewing Evan and he takes charge it's bad?
Because the way he takes charge is he takes charge and decides whatever he wants to do is how it's going to go, and he doesn't want to take anyone else's opinion or care about what anybody else says.
Isn't that taking charge?
That is taking charge.
Yeah, but you, on the other hand, are at least are trying to have some sympathy for other people and are listening to other people's issues and concerns and trying to reason with other people.
Did you ever think that maybe I'm the one who told him what to do?
Oh.
You told Evan what to do? Yeah, I thought about that, but Evan doesn't seem to give you any credit. Evan seems to take it all on himself and make it whatever his way, and I'm trying to say some good things about you, Paul.
He's like, look, what do you say? I'm trying here.
All right.
And I'm interviewing you, Paul. I'm not interviewing Evan right now.
All right.
Whoa.
Why don't you read another note from
Face.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any notes. I don't have any notes.
Sam's over there.
Yes.
But you're all right, Paul. I think a good quality about you is that you can show that you can work well with your fellow coworkers, and you sort of like taken a liking to a lot of coworkers and trying to take them under your wing. You seem to want to teach other interns and want to teach and help out other people, which is a really good quality about that. I like that about you.
Are there any negative qualities? Though he's not perfect.
What are you saying, Paul? You have a look on your face.
Yeah. Are you referring to me actually showing you how to do everything? And the fact that you were here for a full semester and everything you've learned is basically from me, Evan, or Charlie?
I'm saying that because there was one other intern besides me last semester who didn't teach me a god darn thing and didn't care about me.
God darn thing. Watch the language.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do realize that I learned everything here from everybody that works here, right?
What?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, Paul. I don't know at all.
When it comes to all the paperwork that you love to keep mentioning,
right,
and how the rest of us are doing it and scanning it and do all this, but we've regulated you to just removing the staples.
I've scanned paperwork many a time.
Yes, which took me 8 days of teaching you how to do it.
What the... Paul, are you trying to give yourself a bad grade when in fact I was going to give you a good... Paul, I'm trying to give you a decent grade and you're trying to put a bad spin on this. You want me to give you a
Your
lower
grade, honestly, David, means jack shit to me. Quite frankly, I could give a fuck.
I was going to give you a good grade, Paul.
Oh, you were?
I was going to give you a decent grade, and now you're trying to say, like, you're trying to... Oh, my God. Paul, you're putting a bad spin on this, Paul.
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm
David,
actually
you're losing,
flat out saying it.
You're losing control as the boss.
I'm losing control
I
because...
gotta tell you. Doesn't look good for you.
I'm losing control because I was going to give Paul a good review, and now he's...
Put your foot down, David.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Paul, I think the thing is that it is your first semester still. It's my second semester. And I agree with you, Paul. You're trying to say that in a way that you are trying to say that you learned everything else from all the other interns around here, but you came in here, you didn't know a thing of what to do, and I taught you what to do.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you told
I
me
did.
different directions every single day.
Bullshit! I did not tell you different. How did I tell you different direction? I told you how to set up the studios over at CBS.
Actually,
I told
Matt
you what
taught
to do
me
with
that.
all the bins. Matt did not teach you how to
Yes,
do
he
that.
did.
I taught you how to do everything with the bins. I was the only intern that overlapped from last semester. No one else had a clue what to do when they came here.
Yeah, and 2 days after I was here, everyone was asking me what to do instead of you, executive intern.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm not the executive intern, am I?
I know.
Right. Do you want a low grade, Paul? I was
Give
going
me
to give you a
whatever
good
grade
grade.
you want.
I was going to give you a good grade, Paul. Come on. The point I'm trying to make is that.
Come on.
The point I'm trying to make, Paul, is that I taught you what to do, and now you're trying to take it up like you're the master, and you've been here longer than anybody else, and you're trying to tell everyone what to do.
What?
You have no clue what I'm talking about,
David,
I rarely do.
Do you think that the student is forgetting the master who taught him?
I think so, Jimmy. I think so. He doesn't even want to admit that I taught him what to do. He's saying that other new interns taught him what to do, and he learned everything from them, and he's not giving me any credit.
Actually, no. I said I learned how to set up the studio from Matt. And everything else when it comes to cutting up audio, all the paperwork, all the bullshit that we do in the back.
Yes.
I learned from the guys who work here, not just interns.
I'm not talking about the producers. This is a meeting about interns, not about producers.
Well, you're here to learn how to kind of be a producer for a show, David. You're not just, going to all of a sudden be a star.
Oh, no?
Wow. Oh, damn. Yeah, he looks like Diesel. Intern Paul looks like Diesel.
Oh, that's good.
Very nice.
I don't know. I kind of lost steam with this
All right, well,
review because
you like it, but you're heading toward a good review.
I like Paul.
Hold on, Paul. A good review of Paul, but what is it? One of his bad qualities?
I think one of his bad qualities is this review right here itself. I'm trying to give Paul some points and give him a fairly decent grade. Unlike Matt over there, I'm trying to give him a good grade, and he's trying to spin this negatively, and he's trying to make a claim for me to give him a lesser grade than what I was originally
Do
going
you
to give him.
realize that Matt works circles around you, as slow as he is and as much as he screws up?
No, I don't realize that at all. No.
Are we ready for a grade on Paul?
I think I know what happened, though, David.
Yes, Jim.
David, are you afraid that Paul is going to be seen as an apple polisher if he's too nice to you because you've mentored him? And he's too afraid to look up to you publicly?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He just starts laughing at the concept.
I'm so confused right now.
That's all right. Well, you fell skiing. It's understood.
It's time for a grade. It seems like you might be changing your grade, so I think for Paul, you got to give the grade you were going to give and then the official grade. If it's the same grade, that's fine, but it seems like you're a little conflicted
I think it's changed,
right now.
though.
Yes. So it's time for Paul the intern's grade.
Paul the intern's grade, well, it's still pretty much the same. I'm not going to change his grade at all.
Okay.
I still like Paul. He's a good guy. He does well. He's just a little too getting over himself and thinking that he's the head boss and stuff. When really I've taught him a lot. He doesn't realize that.
Yep.
But Paul's still a good guy. I'm going to have to go and give Paul B minus. B minus for Paul.
That's a good grade.
B minus. Yes.
Oh, fuck yourself. That's B minus isn't a
Wow.
good grade.
Yes, it is B minus. That's
I didn't
good.
give a shit when I walked in here. I'm not going to give a shit when I walk
B
in.
minus is a good grade. Yes, it is.
One of the stars of the Ron and Fez show, intern Paul. Now you got 30 seconds or so to say whatever you want to David.
It really doesn't matter what I say. He's going to ignore it anyway.
Okay.
He doesn't pay attention to shit.
Ooh.
As much as we have all tried to teach David how to do even the most meaningless of tasks, he either ignores us or fails to complete them.
Mm-hmm.
And all of David's executive internship duties basically consisted of him coming to me and asking me what he should be doing. So if I had to give you a grade, David, you got an F, brother. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Damn.
You know, that sets up something nice. We're going to take a break. We're going to go into some other things, and we're going to get back to you eventually, David. But I think before you fire one of the interns today, like the apprentice, like Trump does, I think it would be only fair that you review yourself next.
Yeah.
Paul just gave you an F.
Yes, you certainly did.
You give accurately assess yourself.
Yeah, we want you to go into the office and think about it, and we want a true review of yourself before you fire one of these guys.
Good points.
Bad points, what you need to work on, and give yourself a grade.
Sweetest guy in the world.
Right. Is that fair, David?
I guess it's fair.
Don't lose steam. What are you doing?
What are you doing? It's one guy's opinion.
Yeah, fucking man up.
It's
I
fair.
still love you,
boss.
David. Don't think I don't.
It's fair. I mean, I guess. I think maybe more appropriate for some other intern to review me.
No,
Maybe.
we asked for you to do it. I think that looks right.
Because,
Yeah.
All right.
If you don't know yourself, how can you then know others?
Yeah, you sit there and you go, this is what I'm good at, this is what I need to work on.
Okay.
And maybe you will agree with some of the things these guys said about you.
Okay.
And maybe not. So you kind of defend yourself and take a look inside yourself and then give yourself a grade.
James?
Do you know what I've noticed, too,
Okay.
is David's shoes are still a little scuffed up. You know what? It might be a good way for someone whose grade was lacking to pick up a few points.
And maybe save from a firing today.
Absolutely.
So maybe when David is reviewing himself, someone happens to be polishing his shoe.
Right. That could be some way, if you think you're going to get fired,
Right.
Extra points.
Good shoe polishing. I mean, boss has got to have good shoes.
Who would you like to polish your shoes from the interns?
Well, I think if you just said that, maybe they have to decide themselves. I'm not going to say who's.
But you're the guy. You're the boss. You got to delegate responsibility here.
Yeah.
A commander,
Sounds like a fucking wrestling handler.
I don't know. I think they should just, whoever wants to should just try to come up here and do it so they can save themselves.
Does a lieutenant tell his platoon, you guys decide amongst yourselves who's going out there?
No, they don't.
No, a good commander, a good leader tells people what to do.
That's true.
So you got to delegate responsibility.
All right, if I got to do that.
This takes balls, David.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. Sometimes people got to send people out to die. Shining shoes is nothing.
That's a major difference between me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul knows how to run a business. His
Yeah.
family's in the fish business.
Yes,
He knows
they
how to
certainly
make the
are.
tough decisions.
They certainly are. They certainly are.
He knows how to, be
Yeah.
a boss.
Right. All right, so
Why don't you decide after the break?
Yeah,
Little
after the break
cliffhanger.
we'll decide.
You're
Yeah,
going to decide
cliffhanger.
who's going to polish your shoes. You're going to give yourself a review, and
Yes,
then
correct.
And then the big grand finale, you're going to fire one of these guys
Yes,
today,
correct.
like Trump does on The Apprentice.
all right, sounds good.
And we're going to do a little more radio. Other things happen to tell you after the break as well.
Yes.
After the break. Opie and Anthony.
Cammy.
David, we go to you, my friend.
David.
You've had a very,
David.
very long day.
Yes, I have. Correct.
For the people just tuning in, you might want to listen to the replay today. All day long, intern David has been reviewing his fellow interns.
Not a good way to sell the replay, Op.
There's a love-hate thing going on with David.
I love David.
I
I'm a
love
big
David
fan.
on the radio.
Why, thank you, Jimmy.
Now that we're kind of like honing what we do with the guy.
Yeah, it's terrific.
You had so much airtime. No David and Bobo show this week because that'll
It's
just-
overkill.
It's overkill. So the next David and Bobo show is going to be next week. Okay?
When are we going to have the Knish eating contest?
We're never having that.
I know that sounds
One
like
of their
fun.
great
Op.
ideas.
All right. Well, if you guys could get the Knishes, we'll do that. That's right. You did tease that on the last David and
Yeah.
Bobo show.
It's gonna be a hit.
You gave Scott an A-, Charlie a B, Paul a B-. You wanted to give Paul... No, you ended up giving him the grade you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was mouthing off, and you were thinking about dropping his grade.
Yes.
You ended up giving him a B-, Evan a C+, and Matt, who looks like the young Peter Griffin, young Michael Moore. What were some of the other ones? There were some great ones that came in. What?
Ebert.
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 Man, he fought David all the way to his D- that he finally got in the end. David, it's time for you to review yourself. I know this is going to be a little tough for you.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, what did I do wrong?
What happened?
You got to get someone. We got to say who I picked to do the shoe polish. Remember?
Oh, and you got shoe polish and everything.
Attaboy.
Oh,
Okay.
someone's going to shine your shoes, motherfucker.
All
Who'd
right.
you pick, kiddo?
Of course, I picked Matt.
Good boy.
Oh, damn.
You should have.
This isn't going to be...
Yes, Master, I'll shine your shoes, boss. I'll shine your shoes.
Here's Matt. Matt got the D-, so...
So
Yeah.
of course he gets
Matt, you gotta have a mic by you.
Matt,
too.
this could save you from the firing, though, kid. This could save you from the firing.
It could. You are on the bubble, I think.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Look like a bubble. You
About
shape
getting
like a
fired?
bubble.
Yeah, I care, but This is kind of degrading, isn't it?
Kinda.
A little bit.
Not at all. Why? You're just shining David's shoes.
You can bitch the whole time, whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yeah, make sure they have a good shine on them. Though. The kid can't walk around with shoes like that.
David,
He's a boss.
How you want this done? You want him on his hands and knees?
How do you want him?
Want me to lick them for you? I'll lick them.
No.
You sure?
Ooh, he doesn't like him at all.
I don't want you to lick my shoes, no.
Aw, why not?
Then how am I going to take them off and touch...
Yeah, right. Too much.
I'd towel them off, you freak.
What? Oh! All right, David, review yourself.
All right.
And Matt.
Matt, get to the shoes.
Yes, Matt.
They call him Spit Shine Matt.
Let it be known
Shine
that
shoes make him like mirrors.
Good, yeah.
Matt is polishing and shining David's
Good, David.
shoes.
Don't even concentrate on him. You do your thing while he
very good.
polishes
Thank you,
them
Matt.
shoes.
Don't you see the businessmen at the airports and at the train stations? They're not having small talk with the shoe shiner. They're doing their
of
business.
course.
They're on their
Reading the paper.
They're on their iPhones and texting and getting
Of course,
stuff
yes,
done.
I've
Go
seen
ahead.
that, yes.
Now review yourself while Matt
While the
polishes.
shoe shine boy does his shining.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
Frank Vincent clip.
Okay, now I'll review myself now.
Yes.
I've listened to a lot of the criticisms that the other interns have given to me when they've had their 30 seconds to go back at me.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. And I do have to agree with them and about one of their criticisms, because it is true that I'm often tardy and I do come in late a lot.
That's not good for the boss, David.
No, it's certainly not. It's certainly not. I do agree. I am tardy quite often.
Okay.
But on the other hand, in my defense, I also stay later after the show than a lot of interns do, and put in more hours than any of the other interns do. In my defense.
Okay.
Yeah, but going on Facebook doesn't count as being here and doing things.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah. Jesus. It's unbelievable.
Nice and clean for you, boss?
Oh, that's barely even.
Okay,
you barely put in
sure.
any time.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, people
never
were
find
saying
anything.
that I'm no good because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm often asking a lot of questions. And in my defense, when I'm asking questions about things, it's only because I'm doing that only because I want to make sure that the whole intern team is on the same page, and I make sure that I know what I'm doing, and everybody else is agreeing with me, and we all know, and we're all collaborating on the same thing.
Matt's crack is falling out as he continues to show.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
horrendous.
Okay.
Jimmy, why don't you go pull his pants?
No, I don't want to touch them.
That's
Sorry, it's only an inch.
That's all right, man. Don't listen to us.
Okay, that's
I'm breaking your
okay.
balls and you're right away you're getting fucking fed. Now go home and get your fucking shot.
Okay.
He's just kid a little fucking man.
And,
kid little fucking manners.
and also,
Yes,
Spit
Dave.
now
shine
in my
Matt.
defense, I have been here longer than any other intern, and I think that experience has made me the best qualified to do most intern tasks.
Okay.
Because I've been here the longest.
All right.
And in terms of a lot of what I do here, I think my on-air contributions speak for themselves. Since day one, I have been contributing to the show on air in the ways that no other interns could have been.
Oh, now he's
Examples.
ringing his own bell.
Yes, certainly am. I don't see any other interns having all these bits, or reviewing people, or interviewing Kevin Nealon, or doing kosher sports reports.
That's right.
Yep, that was all me.
Your own radio show
My own radio show with Bobo.
within the great radio show.
never knew it was
within
with
what
Bobo.
show? The most popular. What is our show, David? You
It's
heard
the
Jay
most
Leno.
popular show on satellite radio. The Opie and Anthony radio show is the most popular show on the history of satellite radio.
And you're
And I have a 15-minute show on Fridays on that show.
That's right. Yes,
on
you
some
do.
Fridays.
On
yeah.
some Fridays, yes. Some Fridays.
We might go in next Wednesday, to be honest with you, just to mix it up a little bit. Whatever. We'll deal with that later.
You're
Okay.
a big part of the success, by the way.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Okay.
That is true.
That is true. Jesus. And we didn't want this kid as an intern. Remember that discussion?
What?
There were a few people going, oh, sorry. You weren't
no.
supposed to hear that.
Danny was like, immediately, this guy's in.
No, I know, but there were others that were like,
I don't know.
I was done with his interview, I think, 34 seconds into talking to him. I'm just like, okay, we could just say yes.
Nice.
He's golden.
Yes.
How's those shoes looking, David?
The shoes are looking very good. He's doing a really good job, I must say.
okay.
I think this is good.
David, continue reviewing.
Well, that's pretty much all that I wanted to say about myself. Pretty much, I think I doing a pretty fairly decent job.
Fairly decent.
The on-air bits speak for themselves.
Okay.
I agree that I was late sometimes, but I stay later than some other interns. You know, I think that's pretty much it.
All right.
That's what I have to say about myself.
Where can you improve?
Where can I improve?
Yeah.
I can improve. Well, obviously, I can improve on the main thing, which is like being on time and showing up on time.
That's obvious.
That's obvious,
to
yes.
improve on that, you just try to get yourself here on time.
Yes, obviously.
What about
yes.
your on-air work? Is there any room for improvement there?
There's definitely
or
a lot
do you think
of.
you're just great?
There's definitely a lot of. Oh wait, Matt, come back here. You missed a spot. Come back, Matt.
Holy
Come back.
shit! Matt's coming back in. You might have missed a spot, Matt. D- Matt, we call you.
D- Matt.
All right. Right there, David's pointing out where Matt missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like shoddy workmanship, do you, David?
No, I certainly don't. No way.
Okay.
No way.
Where can you improve on air-wise, David?
I think on air-wise, I have to be more confident about myself and stop being so nervous. I think I'm nervous a lot when I'm on air. And
Really?
And when I'm nervous, it causes me to fluster with my sentences and causes me to not speak proper sentences. And
Right.
people might misunderstand what I'm trying to say, and I got to be more confident.
Do you think that a lot of people have heard your flusteredness and kind of misinterpreted you as being an absolute dope?
Yes, I think so. And I'm not a dope. It's just sometimes I'm nervous.
Right. Did you do well in school?
Yes, I did very well in school.
Straight
yes.
A's?
No, I wouldn't say straight A's, definitely not. But I got A's, B's, C's.
All right, all
D's, F's.
Mixture. No D's or F's, no, but mixture A's, B's, and C's. Yeah.
He's spit shining those shoes. Nice for you, David.
He's doing a very good job now. Now he is.
All right. Anything else on your review?
Like fucking mirrors.
I think that I need to really just do a better job in terms of preparing myself for these. Like with the David and Bobo show,
Yeah.
I think in the beginning it didn't work out and stuff because I was unprepared for the David and Bobo show. I didn't go in with prepared material or prepared topics to talk about.
Right.
I think if there's one more David and Bobo show, if you let me have one, I would need to really come in and prepare material.
Let me interrupt you. Porky York from Minnesota writes, David and Bobo, it's the most popular show within a show in the history of satellite radio.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Wow, I think that's really. Oh, wow. That's pretty,
wow.
That's pretty good.
All right. So we will give you another David and Bobo show.
And I think given that opportunity, I need to go home. I need to really converse with my co-host Bobo and really prepare good material.
You might have to exchange numbers and talk.
We might have to exchange numbers. I might have to try to figure out his number and give him a call.
Okay.
Definitely. I need to prepare more for my own bits, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Work a little harder on that.
I think so, yes.
Are we ready for a grade for yourself, or you have anything else to say? He wrote some notes. He's looking at
I wrote some notes, and I have a grade for myself, yes.
All right. David, what do you grade yourself?
Well, I don't want to be too nice to myself, and I am a good guy, and I don't want to give myself an A, but no, I'm not going to do that.
You
I
want
want to give myself an
then
A.
don't be shy. This is not about being Mr. Nice Guy. This is about being truthful.
Okay, but I'm not going to give myself an A. I'm giving myself a B.
Oh.
A B.
That means you're the third best intern when you're supposed to be the top dog.
But I'm not the top dog. I'm only a B. There's Charlie and Scott are higher than me.
But not Paul.
No, Paul got a B minus, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Remember, Opie?
Yes.
Remember. But Paul is looked at as the superstar in this crop of interns.
Not to you, he's not.
Not to me. Yeah, to you guys. Not to me.
To a lot of people, Ron and Fez have picked out Paul. They don't like you. They don't want you around.
No, they certainly don't want me. Yes.
They don't want you making eye contact with Ron.
They don't want you in the building.
Yeah.
When they're on the air. How is that?
Have Ron and Fez seen intern Scott? They don't know about him.
All right. Why don't you suggest that to Ronnie today?
But I'm not allowed to talk to him.
No, I didn't. Honestly, I just got an email from Ronnie, and he said the bid is going very well today. I could show it to you after the show. And Ronnie said, yes, no problem. Introduce me to Scott today.
Wait, on the air on his show?
Yes, during the first break.
And I know what the
because Ronnie wants to make it like it's a surprise too. So like they're gonna be in the middle of something.
Okay.
It might seem important, but Ronnie's just waiting for that door to open and you to come in with Scott and introduce him.
Okay, if Scott can stay that late.
Yeah, we'll see if Scott can stay that. Ronnie insists.
The problem with Ron and Fez, they know they're on thin ice.
Okay.
And they hear the David and Bobo show,
Yeah.
and they understand the fact that they now have competition. Do you understand that, David?
Yes.
So Ron and Fez know.
Yeah, you're going to walk in with Scott, all right?
Okay.
Let them get into a little bit of a flow because they're warming up, and then you barge through that door with Scott. Okay?
Well, aren't they going to cue me when to come in?
No, that's the beauty. It's got to be like a surprise.
If Sam's around, are you going to stay late today, Sam?
Maybe.
If Sam's around, he'll kind of cue you.
I'm like ruining
They're
a
not
bit
going
like
to say,
that.
here comes Intern David from the Opie and Anthony show, and he has someone to introduce? No?
No, you're just going to kind of walk in.
How do I know when to walk in?
Someone will tell you who
Sam
stays
will-
late today.
Sam will cue you.
All right?
Okay.
And hopefully Scott could stay.
Yeah, okay.
So you're giving yourself a B.
Yes,
Looks like there's a little polish on your white socks. That's not good.
Ew.
Oh, yes, there
Holy
is.
shit, he got your socks filthy.
Oh, no. That
What did he do?
That Matt.
Oh, no, that Matt.
Whoa.
Whoa! What do you think about that, David? Sloppy.
Oh, yeah. And my headphones just screwed up again, but anyways. Yeah, I think he just threw the shoe polish down on the ground and didn't even clean it up.
Well, here comes Matt to clean it up. Matt is just thrilled by this part of the bit.
Wow. Got his...
There you go.
Okay, good.
Holy shit.
Bucket.
David, you got a lot of black polish.
Called him a shit bucket.
Fucked up your socks.
Whoa, that's no good.
God damn.
You got to make him scrub your socks in the sink. That's got some anger.
I should make him do that. Yeah, that's a good point, Jimmy. You're right about that.
He's so
You're right about that,
pissed
man.
off, dude. He's not even
What the hell is
kidding.
that?
That's my headphones static on my headphones.
Retard.
What the fuck is that? Sounds like a machine gun.
Yeah.
Wow, he's pissed.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Not a happy camper.
David,
That might help Matt's status here. I mean, he's got the lowest grade, but he did shine your shoes like you
He
asked.
definitely did. He shined
and
my
got a
shoes.
bunch of polish on his
Then
socks.
he came back and shined it a second time further. So
this
I
might
think
have
that does
saved
help
him.
a lot.
I
Yes.
think, David, it's time to line up the interns in front of you.
I have to agree.
Well, I'm glad you agree. Work the. Have you ever seen The Apprentice, David?
Yes, I have seen The Apprentice.
Have them line up in front of the stripper pole, if you will.
Okay.
And you work them. You go down the line. You kind of work the room a little bit before you finally fire one of these guys.
Okay.
David's looking at Scott, Charlie, Paul, Evan, and Matt.
We got the five interns that showed up today.
Oh, you're still obsessed that
Jill did
didn't
not show up, no.
Is that going to cause a problem between you two as you continue your internships?
What happened to Joe?
We've gotten some confirmation as to why Jill has not shown up today when she tried to make an effort to.
What happened?
I think we should let the intern who brought it to my attention explain, because he knows best.
Fine, David, the producer and intern. This kid knows how to do it. I like that.
Intern Charlie, can you explain?
Well, when I turned my phone on this morning, when I woke up, I got a text message from Jill. I don't want to misquote her here. I'm still drinking at a bar. You in tomorrow at 1:47 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, out boozing it up on St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Wow, that sounds kind of like a booty text, too, Charlie.
Yeah, huh?
This is something going on with Charlie and Jill.
Hey, all I did was receive a text. I don't want anything else.
All right.
Right now, she's being deep dicked by a guy with a fucking shamrock tattoo on his fucking, on the back of his hand.
Dave, just
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
damn Dave. All right. Okay, David, work the room. It's time to,
All right.
summarize. Do a little summer, summer. Thank you. Because people are listening for the first time. So work the room a little bit, and then you finally fire someone and you feel like it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? All right.
Go.
All right, we have all the interns here,
Yes.
and first of all, there was Evan. Now, Evan got a grade was, I believe, a C, right?
C+.
C+ he got. Which means he wasn't the worst, but he had a lot of room for improvement. However, if you didn't already hear, a little while ago, we learned that Evan failed to appropriately get the correct breakfast orders for some producers.
Right, that's right.
And which means he badly screwed up the breakfasts.
Yep.
So Evan, if after your performance with the bad breakfasts today, why do you think that I should keep you as an intern for the Opie and Anthony radio show?
Because I have several other strengths. That was my first issue with the breakfast. And I also, out of my own pocket, bought Frosties for said people that I screwed up the orders for.
Frosties, that's true. I did see Danny.
So you're saying that
loving
you made up for your terrible mistake by giving them a nice dessert and a nice treat.
Well, I felt that it was the only thing I could do at the moment. So that's what I did.
Okay, that makes sense. You made up for your mistake and showed people that you were sorry and you cared about it. Okay, correct.
Do you think, David, that a mistake is covered for, though, by purchasing something for people that they didn't ask for?
True.
Oh, you mean he went out of his way to make up for it, though?
Okay.
Do you think that he shouldn't have given them Frosties? No one asked for a Frosty?
It's up to you. I'm only throwing out a little food for thought. You know.
Well, it seems to me that the producers, they appreciated the Frosty and they ate it and they enjoyed it. So I think that he covered his bases.
Fair enough.
All right. Now, Matt.
Before you get to Matt, David, intern Jill is on the line.
What? She's on the line? Are you serious?
Get some headphones.
Yeah,
she's really on the line?
Yeah, it's a phone, David.
All right, I believe you.
He's acting like she's a cosmonaut.
What? Yeah. Live from the space station.
All right, I believe you.
Well, thanks for believing us, David.
All right, let's hear.
I don't know where we were going with that if it wasn't true, by the way. Jill. Jill's a little hungover. Did you sleep at all, Jill?
Yeah, I got some sleep.
All right. Well, David is on the line with you here. David, you got Jill.
Hello, Jill.
Hi, David.
I just wanted to say that I'm...
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I'm disappointed that you said that you were going to make an effort to show up for your review, and all the other interns are here, and you aren't here, and I'm a little bit disappointed that you didn't show up, because I really wanted to review you and tell you what I thought.
I know. I'm sorry. You sound like my parents disappointed. But no, I got home at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. What were you doing?
It was St. Patty's Day. I was hanging out.
Oh, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I wasn't drinking.
You weren't? You weren't drinking?
No.
So then what were you doing?
Board games, David.
What? Board games? What's that? Board game? You were out at 3 in the morning playing board games?
Yeah, I wanted to be sharp for today, so I could come and get my review. But they just wore me out.
What board games were you playing?
Some Parcheesi, some Trivial Pursuit. It was nice.
Oh. You were at the bar getting drunk and trying to pick up a guy, weren't you?
No, none of the above. No, that's not true. That's not true. No. I was playing board games. It was fun.
Oh, all right. Well, when are you going to come back? When are you going to be able to have your review? We still want to review you.
I will be in next Tuesday, but I see you next Friday.
You got to come back on this Friday. We got to get the review.
We'll get to it eventually. I mean,
No.
All right. Do you have a number for me yet, David? Do you have my letter grade? Because
what grade would well, we could.
We can't do it right now.
We can't.
Oh, look at that. David's saying no. Opie. No.
It's rude. He didn't have time to do it.
It's rude.
It's a comedy show.
I don't want to.
All right. We'll get to Jill another time then, David.
Yes.
What didn't you want to say? You could at least say it like that.
Yeah.
What didn't you want to say?
Yeah, there was something that...
There's something... Are you still there, Jill?
Yes.
Everyone wanted me to say something, but I don't want to make you feel bad. Or you're a nice girl. I don't want to say the rude stuff.
What was it?
They wanted me to ask you if you were getting fisted last night.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did I answer, or is that the whole thing?
Yeah, whatever. You're okay that we just asked you that, right? Don't need any...
That's cool.
All right, cool. Thanks.
But you didn't answer the question.
Cool.
I mean, it's an ambiguous question.
Certainly
so
is.
I'll say no for my bases.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
All right. We'll talk to Jill soon. Thank you, Jill.
Okay, goodbye, Jill.
All right, sure.
Very
I'll see ya.
hungover. Jill somewhere in the New York City area. All right, back
Yes.
to the music and back to getting to the point here, which is
Okay.
to fire one of these guys.
All right, so what were we doing? We were talking to Matt, I believe. And Matt,
D minus Matt.
D minus Matt, you're no, as I said, my opinion was that you're no good. You're
I have the same opinion of you.
Right, you're lazy. You're
lazy.
You're lazy. You're always complaining that you're tired. You don't do a lot of things correctly.
You just shined your shoes. That wasn't lazy.
Yes, that was a good thing you did, and you got a D minus.
But the socks did.
And you were no
Yeah,
good.
he did.
So
He mucked up your socks.
Yeah.
so you got a D minus. Now, if you were me, Matt, and you had to fire one of the interns, who would you choose to fire, and why?
I'd fire you.
Why?
One of the other interns. One of the other interns here. One of these 4
I'd
interns.
fire none of them because they do their job on a daily basis. From Evan on down to Scott. You, on the other hand, lateness, stupid look, Facebook.
Is that allowed? Is he allowed to? Okay.
Is that allowed? Well, this is Earth, so I'd say.
Why wouldn't it be allowed, David? Why not?
I don't know, because I said if he was firing one of these interns, which one would he fire?
Well, you could say whatever he wants.
I guess so. That's what he said.
You should have phrased it better.
I should have.
You should have said, not counting me, who would you fire?
That would have been better phrasing.
Yeah, I should have said that, but he still would have said me.
Hey, does his D minus move up because of the shoe shine?
We're gonna find out in a couple of minutes. Yeah, we're gonna find out. All right,
keep
I have
going.
one more.
Sorry.
Okay, now on the other hand, Matt got a D minus, but Scott, you got a A minus because you're a really good worker. You do what you're told to do, and you're trying really hard, and you got an A minus. So Scott, who do you think out of these 4 interns, who do you think should be fired?
Matt.
Oh, shit.
Somebody, Matt. I can't fire the boss. He's above me. He's the boss.
Why would you fire Matt?
Insubordination, plain and simple. Look how we just talked to you. Yep, that's how you get away. That's sometimes how you get ahead in life. You got to kiss a little booty.
David,
But I would not fire.
all right.
I like David.
I got to jump in here a little bit. Scott got the A minus. He seems very safe as far as getting fired today, but he is 39 with a family at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe you send him home to do the right thing and take care of his family.
It would
instead of getting
almost-
us our coffee every
Yeah,
morning.
it would almost be doing him a favor
Right.
by firing him because he should probably be doing something else.
And the internship program's all about learning, and maybe he's not going to be able to learn anymore. Maybe he's learned everything there is to learn here, David. Just want to throw that thought in your head. Or not.
I think there's a lot of,
See his face? He was like...
No. I think there's a lot of Paul's consoling. Paul's a good guy. I like Paul.
All right.
I mean, yeah, Scott. I like Scott. Yeah, I always confuse. Scott. Yeah, Scott.
All right, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right, so now we get down to business here, and I can make my decision now.
You didn't even talk to the other guys.
Yeah.
You worked the rule. You got you're
you're
scared to
doing?
look at Paul, I guess.
Oh, and you want me to talk to the other guys? Okay.
Paul and Charlie, right?
Yeah. Okay. Charlie, you got a B, Charlie. What do you think? Did you take any lessons from because you're a really good guy, and I think you could have potential to get an A, but you got a B. Do you think you have any potential to work your way up to get to getting an A? Do you think you can improve?
Absolutely. I think I should stop working so hard and start worrying about not being so unslim.
So do you think I should keep you because you think you can improve and do those things that you just mentioned?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, cool. And Paul,
Paul, he's got his arms folded.
what do you have to say for yourself? Because after I gave you not the greatest grade possible, but a decent, acceptable grade in B minus, and then you went ahead and gave me an F.
Right.
What do you have to say about that? Look at how nice I could have. After you gave me an F, I could have, or the bad things you were saying about me, I could have changed my mind and given you a much lower grade, but I still stuck with it and still gave you a B minus. What do you have to say for yourself about that? Are you feel bad about that, and you think you made a mistake in giving me an F?
No, the truth hurts sometimes, David.
You want to change your mind and rethink your grade on me?
He really doesn't want that.
No.
No.
No? All right, fine, fine.
Why don't you negotiate? You gave him a B-. Maybe you bump him up to a B, B+, and see if that changes, and maybe your F is now a passing grade. That's up to you, though, my friend.
Well, I don't know. He seems pretty intent on sticking with his F, and he doesn't really...
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
I really don't know about...
Rating on performance, David, not on, character here.
Ooh, yeah.
That is...
All right, David, it's finally time, David.
Okay. All right, here I go now.
Do you have a catchphrase? Does he have a catchphrase?
Stole Donald Trump's.
Okay.
I saw Donald Trump's, yes, okay. Now, to the decision now.
He's going to miss the cue again. Yeah.
Matt!
Going inside the show.
Matt, you're obviously a failure as an intern.
Cannot.
I know, I'm doing it, I know, it's funny. It's funny that I missed the cue, yes. We don't need that music. Okay.
Right, you're right.
Matt, you're obviously a failure as an intern. You try hard, but you do, on the other hand, you get nothing done. But you do at least try. That's the good thing. Now, Paul, you're disrespectful. You're a very disrespectful prick, Paul. You don't even know your place, Paul. I don't know about you, Paul. Why don't you take your fishing pole and go back to Long Island Sound where you came from?
You're firing Paul?
Paul, you're fired, Paul.
Wow.
Paul is fired,
Holy
Paul.
shit. Who saw that coming?
Paul is fired, yes.
Wow.
Paul.
I didn't
David
see that
surprises
coming.
everyone.
Yes, Paul is fired, yes.
You don't like that insubordination, do you?
No, I don't like the way Paul treated me.
Wow.
Matt, I have to give Matt credit. He tries. He's not succeeding or doing anything, but he tries. He's at least trying.
So he's a complete flop and failure, but at least he's trying.
He's trying.
He's
yes.
a monumental bust, but at least he puts the effort in.
At least he puts the effort in and tries to succeed, yes. So therefore, that's why I kept it. It was close between Matt and Paul.
It all came down to the fact that Paul gave you an F.
Yes, it certainly did.
And you couldn't get past
I
that.
could not, no. Paul, because you gave me an F, you saved Matt from getting fired. What do you have to say about that, Matt? Are you appreciative of Paul?
What the...
Sucks to be you, man. That's it.
All right.
Love it.
All right.
Eh.
Wow. You
can't
just
hold the mic,
fired.
it'll work here.
He's the superstar of the internship
Yeah, he's
program.
probably
You just fired him.
the superstar, the best intern.
Well,
Not to you, he's not, right, David?
to me, the superstar is Scott.
Yep.
Oh,
That's your superstar.
But he's 39, gray hair.
I know, I
With
know.
the wife.
I know. I didn't think you would.
Depending on the wife to bring in the money and raise the kids.
I know it's usually not a good thing to do, but he showed that he can do it.
Do you see him as like a father figure?
I do see him as a father figure. I think I could see him mentoring like other younger interns.
As an intern his whole life, just mentoring other interns.
A father figure like he keeps you in the basement and rapes you for 24 years?
No, Jimmy, no, that's not nice.
Oh. Holy shit.
No. No.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, so Paul.
All right, Paul is out.
Paul, no,
Kid
Paul.
from Salute Your Shorts.
We're gonna lose
Fuck
Paul.
yourself, David.
All right.
We're gonna lose Paul to Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Uh-oh.
Ron and Fez love that kid.
Yes, they do.